As we get closer to the release of Black Adam and the upcoming D23 Expo, the question in my mind, especially amongst all these rumors that are going on right now, is can Henry Cavill work for DC and Marvel? Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. So up until maybe a day ago, I was pretty sure that Henry Cavill was going to be back as Superman. And that hasn't really gone away until just recently when all these new rumors were popping up that he may be going to Marvel instead. And if you haven't seen the rumors lately, there's a lot. Like they're saying he was going to show up at D23 and they were going to announce him in the next phase and that he was going to play from characters like Wolverine, Captain Britain, Hyperion, and even Doctor Doom. Honestly, I think that's kind of cool that he's getting to be able to play someone in Marvel. Marvel is a huge, if not the biggest comic book movie studio that a lot of people want to get their hands in. It sounds like a great opportunity for Henry Cavill to dabble into more universes and not just stick with Superman. He could be playing and dabbling in Marvel as well. And even a lot of people are saying like he could show up as Hyperion in a Loki episode. I'm like, isn't he bigger and better than that? I mean, this is Henry Cavill we're talking about here. He is Superman in DC. You're going to give him a small TV role? I don't think he'd go for that. I think he'd go for the top dog. I mean, yeah, Wolverine and Captain Britain sounds like a pretty massive heroes that he could potentially play. But if he does play a potentially big superhero over a Marvel side, doesn't that mean he won't be Superman in DC? And I know what you're saying. You say, Chris, they can play both. They're actors. They can go to any side. It doesn't matter to them. All this divide between Marvel and DC, it's really just the fans. And you're right. But what if it's a big character and he's locked into a contract with that studio? Meaning he has to stick with that character for the time being. Like if he's Captain Britain and Captain Britain gets like 1 or 2, even 3 or 4 or 5 movies, I think that pretty much locks him out of the Superman over at DC. Or especially as big as Wolverine? Wolverine? He's not Superman anymore. If he's Wolverine, he's not going to be Superman anymore. But if it was like a smaller character, then maybe there's a chance that he could still be Superman over at DC. I mean, we've seen like James Gunn, who went from Marvel to DC, went back to Marvel, is going to come back to DC. Idris Elba also was in Marvel and DC. Zachary Levi was in Marvel and DC. Jaimin Hanzo was in Marvel and DC. You know, it happens, and, you know, they just kind of shuffle around because they're actors. So hypothetically, if Henry Cavill is still Superman in DC, doesn't that mean he'd have to play something else in Marvel and not a big hero character? And I've seen people speculate that he could possibly be playing Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom! Okay, well, that's a big villain, right? That's kind of cool because that's a villain. That's not a hero. And so maybe he could play a villain over in Marvel and be a hero over at DC. Doctor Doom is a badass villain, but there's a little chance that they're gonna make Doctor Doom a one-off villain like Christian Bale's Gore in Thor: Love and Thunder. When honestly, Doctor Doom, a character like Doctor Doom, that should be like a Thanos type character, right? They should be leading up to like a major Doctor Doom event. And I think that's pretty cool if it's true that Marvel and DC are both getting Henry Cavill to play characters in both DC and Marvel. I think that's pretty awesome for him, and I think that he should take that opportunity and go all the way. But I'm also worried because I am a Superman fan and Henry Cavill is the Superman of this DC generation. I'm afraid that the contract is so big over at Marvel that he doesn't have time or cannot play Superman over on this side. Even though we've seen multiple scoopers have already confirmed that Henry Cavill is indeed returning as Superman as early as Black Adam. But for me, I don't know what it is. I think it just seems like it's too good to be true. He hasn't been in the Superman suit since 2017, unless you actually count those rumors that he kind of already suited up for the new DC movies that are coming out. But officially, he hasn't come back since 2017. So I guess this weekend, it's really just me thinking that, hey, maybe that's too good to be true, that he is going to come back as Superman. But amongst all these other rumors that he may be going to Marvel to do other things as well, And who knows, maybe this is all a bidding war, all these rumors are put out by their team and saying, hey, DC, if you don't sign me up for something, I'm going to be working at Marvel. I don't know, maybe he'll work for both. That just means we're going to get a lot more Henry Cavill than we really thought we were going to get. But I guess we don't have to wait long, because if he's announced at D23, then we'll know he's going to be doing some stuff at Marvel. And if he's going to be in Black Adam, I think that just means he's going to be Superman for a little bit longer. So, we'll see soon enough. Alright, what do you think about Henry Cavill possibly working for Marvel and DC, or do you think he's going to one side or the other? Share your thoughts in the comments down below.